Jared Beckwith here. In today's video, I wanted to recap my day as a traveling EEG technologist, and today is Christmas Eve. It's a special day, so we're a little bit understaffed because it's a holiday, so I kind of had to do a little bit of everything. So just to give a quick little recap of the day, I come in at 7 a.m., clock in, beep, come up to the long-term monitoring unit where we have a bunch of little computers all across the wall, and we have EEG techs like myself monitoring patients for doctors, looking for seizures, anything epilepsy related, essentially. And so what I did in the morning, the doctors said that we can take some of these patients off of long-term monitoring. So what I did is, since it was Christmas Eve, they're not going to keep you on EEG monitoring unless it's like pretty much absolutely necessary. So I, one by one, me and another one of my coworkers, it was just 3 of us working today, pretty much covering almost like 4 hospitals, but great teamwork made the dream work. I took down about 3 patients. My coworker did 3 patients. So we only had 1 or 2, pretty much 2 patients on long-term monitoring. But in between then, it was just about 30 minutes past, we got an order to disconnect a EEG at the Wesley Chapel Hospital. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Wesley Chapel is the city where I live, best city on earth, close to Tampa, a little north of Tampa. And so I started out at the Advent Health Tampa Hospital, drove to the Wesley Chapel Hospital, disconnected a patient at Wesley Chapel. But while I was at the Wesley Chapel Hospital, a doctor there put in an order for an EEG. So I just hooked up the patient. They were just going to let it run for a little bit and see how it went and see if it needed to be glued on later in the day. So I hooked it up, left, because there was a stat EEG over at Carrollwood. So I drove all the way. Well, I went home to get lunch, ate lunch, went to Carrollwood, did a stat EEG there of a patient who's been having seizures. And if the patients are like literally have been having seizures and they really need this test, like I kind of feel good about it. Like I'm pretty much the only one in this whole Tampa Bay area who's working today, along with my other 2 coworkers, who could actually do this test for this person. So I felt kind of proud of myself, guys. I was their hero on Christmas Eve. Well, they probably didn't even want to be in the hospital anyways. No, yeah, that's another crazy thing. People can get really emotional on being in the hospital, Christmas Eve, Christmas. It's kind of a sad thing. It's kind of a sad thing, but at least I was there to help put all the wires on, make sure they're in the right spots, and let the doctors know of any abnormal activity. But my coworkers, my other 2 coworkers, they were back at the Tampa Hospital where we do the long-term monitoring. So they were monitoring the patients all day, and I was essentially disconnecting patients, hooking up patients, doing the routine EEG. I was the travel guy today, and they were the people in the epilepsy monitoring unit watching the screens all day. So it was a good team effort, guys. And after my Carrollwood EEG, went back to Wesley Chapel. We glued on the wires. It was a little bit past 7:30. Guys, it's Christmas Eve. You know, I've been overthinking these videos too much, so I just want to do a quick little recap of my day, get it out there, get a little bit of momentum going so I can do these more often. And because I know you guys like them. If you do, hit the like button on the video. I really appreciate that. Comment down below. Merry Christmas, right, guys? It's probably Christmas by the time you're seeing this. So Merry Christmas to you all. I love you, and I will see you all on the next video.